on YouTube. Back on this 2010 Hyundai Sonata. It's actually going to be the same day because I just got to replacing the front struts, which I got a video on that. One thing I did not mention in my first video, don't want to get off track here. When I was doing this side, I had to go back, take all this apart again, and take the shock down and turn it, and then put it all back. The reason why I had to do that, hang on a second, is before you take this shock off, look for this, because this is what's going to be facing you. I had mine, when I put the new one in, I had mine turned a little bit, so it wasn't in there right, wasn't fitting in right. So make sure when you go to put the new strut in, this is facing you, because this is going to be on the back side. That knuckle that's underneath there that clamps around this away, this here is going to sit inside that, so when you bolt it, it's going to close up. Okay, so just a fair warning on that. So anyway, we're going to get ready to jack this side up, put my jack stand underneath there, take this tire off. Before I do that, come around here, make sure that wheel's scotched off, which it is, and get ready to take this tire off. Alright, so now I got the tire and stuff off. Here's your shock. There's no need in going into the trunk or anything like that. You won't need to do any of that. I've already got it up. I've got it loosened and taken out for the most part. You will have 2 bolts holding this thing on. 2 bolts, and it's 14 millimeter. Then you got a 19. Hopefully you don't see that, but there is a 19 millimeter right here. Okay. All right. So anyway, when you take those 2 bolts out and take that 19 out, push down on your shock and get it removed out of there. Well, I could have actually showed you from right here then, huh? Take that washer off and the bolt. Take the big head, dang it, I'm on here. Take the big washer off. And slide the shock out. I'm replacing them anyway, so it don't matter. And pull the shock out. Then what I can do is, I believe after I pull this, after I remove this nut right here, then this piece here should come off. The other one don't have this. I can just swap it over. A little dust shield. I can just swap everything over to the new stuff. And why there's water, I have no clue why there's water. Probably a bad trunk seal or bad door seal or something. I don't know what's going on there. But anyway, that's how you take out your old shock. And to put in the new one, I'll show you that. It's just basically in reverse. Alright, so to get this nut off, get you some vice grips, which are, you'll see there's a flat end. I'll show you real quick. Probably seen it earlier. See how it's flat on both ends? Take that vice grip and put the edge, come on here, or you can turn your shock a little bit with it, and get your vice grips right there on that edge and cramp down. Take you a 17 millimeter wrench, put on there like that. probably slide that boot off too. So there's that. Just pull the boot off, and slide that off, pull the boot off, clean everything up if you want to. If you don't, then just throw it on the new shock and put it up underneath there. Like I say, everything is just in reverse order. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean that up. Same way I'm going to clean that bolt up too. Because I don't think, well, it may come with a new bolt. Yeah, it looks like it does come with a new bolt. So, or a new nut. So, but anyway, another good thing is too, you can keep these also in your toolbox. You never know when you need a spare bolt. Okay, so I got the new shock. The boot's all nice and cleaned. This is just awesome in the bottle that I used to get everything cleaned up. And cleaned all that up really good. So, just like on that one there, it's just a reversal. Just put your vice grips back on this. Take 17 if that's a 17. Sometimes they're different. Oh, that one is a 17. Okay, they did keep it. Some of them's different. Some of them's different sizes sometimes when you buy new stuff. But like I said, it's just in reverse now. Installation part of it, you might want to put the top in first and then work the bottom. I think that's how I did it last time, if I'm not mistaken, when I pulled all the stuff apart. Get my flash going on here. Alright, so I had to move my jack, put up underneath there, raise the rear end up just a little bit so that the shock will actually go on. So that's what I would do. Bolt the top in, push the shock out, and get your floor jack, raise the rear end up, and you can actually get your shock to be put on. And next thing that will go on is this big weird looking type washer. And you can see that the bolt here comes out, is grooved. That'll go on. Get your crush washer put on next, and then your bolt, which is I believe it was a 19mm. And she's got a few of these sway bar linkages, especially on the front, that are quite wore out. Those will be replaced later. And I'm not going to worry about greasing up her brakes right now. Those can be another day. But anyway, this is exactly what your shock should look like after it's installed. So that is how you replace a rear shock on a 2010 Hyundai Sonata. And the driver's side, or whichever side you're starting on, the other side's going to be exactly the same. So anyway, y'all have a wonderful day. Stay blessed. Later, guys.